Good morning, everyone. Today, we'll be discovering the fascinating science behind something that can profoundly affect the way you explore, learn, grow, and approach challenges. A growth mindset. More specifically, we'll explore the neuroscience behind it. By the end of this lecture, you will be able to understand how the brain responds to learning and challenges, discover the connection between neuroplasticity and a growth mindset, see how you can apply this understanding to your personal and academic life. Let's start with an essential fact. Your brain is not fixed. It's constantly changing, adapting, and rewiring itself based on your experiences. This is known as neuroplasticity, a term that refers to the brain's ability to recognize itself by forming new neural connections. In similar terms, your brain can literally grow and improve when you learn something new, especially when you tackle difficult challenges. Imagine your brain as a vast landscape with many different paths. Every time you learn something new, it's like walking down a path in the woods. At first, the path is unclear, and walking it takes effort. But the more you travel down the path, through repetition, practice, determination, and persistence, the clearer and easier it becomes. That's what happens in your brain. New pathways are created, and over time they become stronger and more efficient. The moral of this analogy is that learning and growth are not instant. They require time, effort, dedication, and repeated practice. Your brain will get better at whatever you consistently work on, whether it's learning math, playing an instrument, or solving problems. Now, let's connect this idea to growth mindset. A growth mindset is rooted in the belief that abilities can be developed, while a fixed mindset believes that talent and intelligence are static. But that's where the neuroscience comes in. Research shows that when you adopt a growth mindset, your brain is more likely to engage in learning and form new connections. Studies have shown that when people with growth mindset make mistakes or face challenges, their brains show increased activity, particularly in the areas related to problem solving and learning. In contrast, people with a fixed mindset are less likely to engage these parts of the brain when faced with difficulty, because they tend to see failure as a reflection of their abilities, not as an opportunity to grow. Let's talk about a famous study involving London taxi drivers. To become a licensed taxi driver in London, you must learn an incredibly detailed mental map of all the city's streets, landmarks, and routes. Researchers studied the brains of these taxi drivers and discovered something remarkable. Their hippocampus, the part of the brain involved in memory and navigation, had actually grown larger than average because of the intense learning and spatial memory required for their job. The moral of this story is that our brains physically change and grow in response to the demands we place on them. Just like those taxi drivers, the more we challenge ourselves, the more our brains adapt, making us better equipped to learn and succeed. Think about the last time you faced a challenge or made a mistake. Did you feel frustrated? That's natural. But neuroscientists have discovered that your brain is most active during these moments of struggle. This is when you're learning the most, even if it doesn't feel that way. Your brain is busy creating new neural pathways, especially when you persist through difficulties. A great example comes from Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Early in his career, Jordan faced a significant setback when he was cut from his high school basketball team. Instead of giving up, he used his failure as motivation to improve his game. He practiced relentlessly, honing his skills through countless mistakes on the court. Jordan often mentioned how important failure was to his success, famously saying, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." His mistakes helped him grow, leading him to become 6-time NBA champion and an icon in sports history. The moral here is clear. Mistakes are not a sign of failure, but crucial stepping stones to meaningful success. Every misstep provides an invaluable opportunity to learn, grow, improve, and become better. Perseverance in the face of failure can lead to greatness, as long as you're willing to keep trying and learning from each mistake. With a growth mindset, each mistake is just part of the learning process. Another key point is that the effort plays a crucial role in brain development. When you put in effort to solve a difficult problem, study for an exam, or practice a skill, you are strengthening the connections between neurons. This is why people with a growth mindset don't shy away from effort. They know it's the path to improvement. Now here is an assignment for you. Think about a time when you faced a challenge or made a mistake recently. Write a short reflection on how you responded. Did you see it as a failure or an opportunity to learn? How can understanding the neuroscience behind growth mindset help you approach similar situations in the future? To sum up, the neuroscience behind a growth mindset shows us that our brains are consistently changing and adapting based on our experiences. This means that with effort, persistence, and the right mindset, we can continue to learn, grow, and improve throughout our lives. So the next time you're facing a tough challenge, remember that your brain is capable of much more than you think. It's literally wired for growth.